Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, TLC Beauty. Hope everyone is doing great. So you guys have been wanting a chit chat get ready with me, and that is what we are doing today. I just have a headband on to pull my hair back. Super casual, chilled day. If you hear any chewing in the background, that would be Miss Bella. She has a chew toy. She's getting her back teeth in. She will be 7 months on the 20th. And she goes and gets spayed on the 14th. So she'll be wearing that horrible cone of shame. But we're going to do a little chit chat get ready with me. Let you guys know everything that's been going on basically in 2023. I will say that some of it, maybe some tear jerkers or maybe a little heartstrings for you, but this is the real truth. You guys know I am always open and honest with you guys. So let's get into it. I've just got like an old t-shirt on. I just got to go to Walmart later and pick up my online order that I did. So let's get into it. I have my friend's X Revolution mirror. Love it. I will possibly use that, or I've got my CoverFX mirror that is a little bit more compact and it's got a good size mirror, which I think I might do that. So I'm using my Smashbox primer water. I am about there. Totally missed it the wrong way. It is something that I'm wanting to use up this year, and I would totally repurchase it. I absolutely love it. So 2023 was not a good year just in general. I'm going to try out my Milk Power Grip primer. I have not tried this one before. Heard amazing things. And I just got a little deluxe size from Sephora. Very cooling and refreshing. So a big thing that happened in 2023, there were a lot of big things. We moved from our house. There was just so many things that needed to be done with it. And as homeowners, it was going to be very, very costly. We had an earthquake here a couple years ago that we did have damage in it, like throughout the whole house. The middle of the rooms, on the ceiling, there was damage. And it was too costly. The carport down below was completely falling in. Going in with my Ulta Beauty matte eye primer. It was gonna cost more to stay there than to just find a place for us to rent, which is what we did. So you always hear me saying, you know, like my makeup bag that I keep at mom's, I'll go into town and I may stay 3, 4, 5 days. So, and there may be times that I want to wear makeup, but I just prefer to leave that there. So that's what I did with my recent declutter series. I'm going in with the Decay Aina palette. I'm not doing anything crazy today. I just want to kind of do a like a super chill look. So I'm going to be going in with the color Ginger. So we lived in a city called Salisbury. It's a very historic city. Sorry if I'm not looking at you guys, like, but I'm trying to put the eyeshadow on. It's a very historic city. which we really do like. We were wanting to move to Mooresville when we moved here almost 11 years ago from Florida, but the lady at the hotel we were staying at said, you know, why don't you try Salisbury or Rowan County, because their taxes are pretty comparable to what Mooresville or Iredell County is. So I kept coming back to this one house, and it was one that actually all four of us agreed on. You guys didn't get to meet my grandmother, but you did meet her sister, Aunt Julia. So when we moved here in 2013, it was my grandmother, my mom, myself, and my son. So 4 generations. He wanted to pursue his career in NASCAR after graduating, which he did for about a year, and my grandmother started getting a little sick. In 2014, she had a stroke that she was up in Winston-Salem for rehab, which is about an hour from us, for rehab. She fully recovered, which was great. And then October of 2015, she fell in the bathroom, going into the bathroom, and broke her hip. So she had surgery, did a hip replacement, and she got an infection and never recovered. I think I'm gonna go in with let's do Zam. I'm just gonna go in with that and pack it all over my lid. I'm using the wrong brush. So, you know, that was very heartful for us and discerning, but you know, we got through it as a family and friends, and we're very thankful for that. But it was getting to be too much for the 3 of us at the house. And, you know, you guys met, you met Moo, you met Bailey, you saw the cats, you know, so many good memories there. But, you know, you can only do so much with, you know, mortgage and extra money that you have. And I think I'm going to try this with my finger. Oh yeah. So we just decided to do renting, and my mom and Zach found a place in Mooresville, an apartment. So they have a nice pool, a nice barbecue area there. I actually like this look for just every day. Dog park, a park for kids. Just, it's very, very nice. They have a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. He does still work here in Salisbury, but he doesn't mind the drive. So, as most of you know, 2020 was like the year for surgeries for me. I had 2 kidney stone surgeries at the beginning of the year, and then I fell and broke my back in February. So they went in and did what's called a kyphoplasty, which is where they put cement in the vertebrae to hold it up. Well, the doctor decided that he was going to let his physician assistant do my surgery. And I noticed I was walking kind of like to the left a little bit. I'm going in with my Fenty Beauty. This is just the Pro Filter Soft Matte Longwear Foundation. So I noticed I was leaning a lot, and I didn't know why. And he kept saying, oh no, everything's fine, you're good, it's healing right. Well, he just wasn't giving me a lot of answers. So I ended up getting a second opinion. And Mumu is one where if she likes the doctor, she will go up to them and, you know, nudge them and want to let them pet her. This doctor that did the first surgery, she did not do that with. So that should have told me something, but I was in pain. I was hurting. And the second doctor said, you know, do you want the bad news or the badder news? And Mumu was fine with him, with his assistant. She went right up to them, and I knew I could trust them, you know, because this was going to be possibly my second back surgery. So he said, you know, you are going to need another surgery to fix the kyphoplasty, which it was my T10 that kind of like just went smush when I fell outside on the grass. So he said, you're going to need another surgery to fix this. And you're going to need 2 rods and 4 screws to hold your T10 to T11, because my T11 was what went smush. So I said, you know, I trust you. Let's just go ahead and set it up. So that was my 4th surgery in July 2022. Then I had a left knee scope in September. And then I had my total right knee replacement November 20th, 2022. So because of the pain from that whole year, I actually really like this foundation. I'm just doing a light color, light coverage. Because of all the pain, I had to go to pain management to regulate my pain medication, because they've gotten so strict on it. I'm going in with my Huda Beauty, the Overachiever concealer in Sugar Biscuit. So I was going to pain management, and I was on some pretty heavy medication. So I was not my normal self. I don't know if you guys can tell with my current videos. I just wasn't me. My family noticed it. Our friends noticed it. And when we were packing stuff up in July, they wanted me to go to rehab to detox off of these medications. So the deal was, I go to rehab, detox off of the medication, and they pack my items for me. Okay, well, that was on a Tuesday, and my son was flying out Friday morning to Chicago. He was doing a cross-country trip with his dad and half-brother from Chicago out to California, and then they drove back to, they went to Louisiana to see one of his friends, and then drove back here to North Carolina. So I knew Mumu, my Chihuahua, was going to be fine. She was staying at our friend's house, which she has a Chihuahua and she has a Chihuahua and a Chiweenie. So I knew she would be fine For setting powder, I'm going into the finishing powder here. I knew she was going to be fine, you know, no problems. She stayed with her a couple times, you know, if we went to the races or something. But Bailey, on the other hand, she couldn't stay there. And my mom would not be able to handle her, especially with so many dogs at the apartment complex. I actually know more people because of their dogs than my mom and son do. So then I would come home, I'd stay with them for a little bit until I found a place of my own. So a friend of ours said, well, I'll take Bailey. A friend said that he will watch her, and I trust him with her. Okay, so, you know, I knew that she was going to be okay that way. Well, something happened. He couldn't watch her. And I'm going in with my Charlotte Tilbury Bronze and Glow bronzer. So, you know, I still wasn't 100% sure. But I trusted his judgment. So they took me to a place in High Point, which is about 30-40 minutes north of us. And that was not the place for me. They're detox patients. They put with the like the mental people, and I don't want to say it as a bad way, but the, you know, the people who need help that should be in a mental institution. And there was this crazy guy saying that I was wanting him to have him rape me and have him arrested again, which I had no clue who he was. So I left there. Nobody would pick me up. They're still moving and packing my stuff. They put my stuff in a storage unit. Wow, this blush is really bright. You know, I gave my son my debit card number, and they were putting things in storage for me. And it was a climate storage, climate controlled, because my books, my makeup, you know, things like that. So I ended up leaving the hospital there and staying in a hotel until we could figure out with my insurance where I could go. Well, I ended up getting really sick, really dehydrated. I couldn't keep fluids down, nothing. So I had to call an ambulance, take me to the hospital, and there the doctor actually gave me the name of a company or a rehab center out in, I'm looking for a certain brush, out in Wilmington, North Carolina, which is, it's about a 4-hour drive from us. So they would come and pick me up. I did not have to do anything. It was, you know, part of the rehab process. And, you know, I was thankful for that. I did have to stay in the hotel, I think 3 or 4 days. So, you know, it was a little added expense that I didn't plan on, but I really like this highlighter. It's cute, cute and subtle. You know, I was safe. I knew that. So we got a date that they were going to pick me up, which was July 22nd. I'm going in with a Persona eyeliner in Plum. So they picked me up that date, which was a Saturday. And of course, I could not have any electronics. I couldn't have my vape, no phone, nothing. I couldn't call home. for the first 3 days. And they gave me medication to, you know, start the detox process, which was good. I didn't have any problems. I was done taking the medication. So it was like this, the first place I was at was the detox center. And you stayed there, and your 5th day you went over to what was kind of like a college dorm setting. I'm going in with my Urban Decay Brow Blade in Natural Nana, and I'm so glad they brought this back. So it was a dorm. Like, our rooms were like 2 beds on one side, and then you had a living area, you had a washer and dryer, and then on the other side of the living area was another 2 beds, and each of the 2 beds had like their own private bathroom, which I do appreciate. So I forgot how much I love this. I had a great roommate. I had a couple friends. They were guys that nobody messed with me when I was with them. Like, they knew not to. So we were allowed our phones once a week for 15 or 20 minutes. So I ordered some stuff from Amazon, you know, to be shipped to me that I could enjoy, and coloring and sunglasses and just some essentials that I didn't know I could pack because I didn't know where I was going. And I got them the day before I was leaving. But I had this gut feeling on August 1st that something wasn't right. I didn't know what it was. I couldn't eat because I was just sick to my stomach. And same thing on August 2nd. So when we went back to our dorms, you could call, you know, your family, your loved ones, things like that. And I called my mom. This is August 2nd, and using my Benefit 24-hour brow setter for my brow gel. And it was also my son's 28th birthday. So, you know, calling to wish him a happy birthday before he goes out and gets hammered and things like that. Or, you know, stayed in, whichever, having friends over. So I called, wished him a happy birthday, and my mom got on the phone, and she's like, you know, how's everything going? And I said, good, I'm done detoxing. And she didn't know that I had been off of the medication for, I'm going in with my Urban Decay Lash Freak. Don't know if they make this anymore, but I did pick it up because it looked rather interesting. Oh, okay, she coats. So, you know, she knew I was always worried about Bailey, which I kicked myself in the ass for this because I knew I had messages, but, you know, when I ordered from Amazon, but I didn't listen to them. Had I listened to them, I would have known what was going on with her. So my mom calls me, or, you know, I'm on the phone with her, and she says, I always mess it up. Bailey is in a shelter somewhere in Forsyth County, which is Winston-Salem. And I don't know which one. So I went over to one of our like counselors that we had there at the dorms, and she said, go over and tell Miss Grace what's going on. So by the time I get there, and she pulls my phone, you know, I tell her what's going on. She pulls my phone. Okay, this is really hard to work with. I don't know if I like it. It's after 5 o'clock. So any shelter at that point is closed. So I get a message that was left on July 25th, which again, I would have gotten had I checked my messages. Where she was at, and then they called on August 1st and let me know, you know, we would like more information on her so we can put her in our adoption program. Well, when they went to do the exam on her, they don't believe in muzzling the dog to do the exam. So she was, you know, not familiar with where she was at, and she did not like her butt to be touched. After she got spayed, the doctor did something to her, and I don't know what. So I call, I leave a message. The counselor, Grace, calls. She leaves a message. She sends them an email as well, letting them know where I'm at, what's going on. I do want my dog back. You know, the whole kit and caboodle. Well, you know, August 3rd comes. I still can't eat. Something's just, I knew something was going on. So I'm going with my Buxom lip liner in Incognito. I'm sitting in the chairs, like the three of us sat in the chairs kind of by the lobby. And, you know, it's there in between groups and things like that. And I called Fred and George frickin' frack. Like, where one was, the other was there too. And it was just non-stop laughter. I need to do a lip scrub. Oh. And I wasn't even laughing with them that day. Like, it was rough. So after lunch, you know, they would bring me snacks. So after lunch, Grace is walking down the hall. I think this is the fastest I've done my makeup, guys. I'm going in with the Fenty Beauty Gloss Balm in Fussy. As she comes down, and yeah, this is a good combination. She comes down and she's like, Tiny, you need to go up and see Claire, which was my counselor. And Claire had a service dog named Molly. She was a golden retriever. So sweet. Like, if one of us had anxiety, she was right there by us. So I go up there and Claire's like, I don't know if you want to sit down or, you know, sit on the chair. You need to sit, but I don't know if you want to sit on the chair or on the floor. Maybe on the floor with Molly would be good. So I said, okay, you know, what's going on? Right away I thought, Mom, what's going on with Mom? And I'm 4.5 hours away from home. So she reads the message, and it's taken me a while to say this without crying. I still do sometimes. I'm going in with my Osea Sea Minerals Mist to set my face. she said, oh, I like that. She said, I got an email from the Humane Society where where Bailey is. And they said, I regret to inform you, but on August 1st, we went to do an exam on her to put her into our adoption program. And because she was part pit bull, and when we were examining her, she turned and went, eh. Did not bite anybody, did not nip anybody, nothing. Yes, good girl. You know that mommy doesn't like talking about this. They euthanized her because she was part pit and because she went to nip because they were touching at her. So that day was very hard for me. You know, it's supposed to be a good day because it's my son's birthday, but it's also the day I found out that she was euthanized. And I feel like part of it is my fault. I know I blame myself for it. Just nothing I can do about it. That's why Bella is here. People say I can go after them for civil claims because she was a service dog for the almost 6 years that I had her, for, you know, costs and recoupment and things of that nature. I don't know if I will. It's still very emotional for me. She was a great dog. Ooh. I didn't think I would get another dog so soon, but it was 2 months to the day after finding out about her. And you guys know how I am with butterflies. The mascara is phenomenal, but the brush is a little wonky. Butterflies were flying all around my truck on my way over to pay my rent and over to our friend's house next to where the puppies were. And yeah, I was playing with her quite a bit, and the last time she came running up to me, a butterfly landed on my shoulder. So it was almost like Bailey saying, this is the one I approve of. And this dog does so many things that is Bailey. So I feel maybe she's reincarnated in her. Ooh. So I stayed with Mom and Zach at the apartment with Mumu when I come home on August 6th. And I was looking for places. I was wanting to try and find a place there in Mooresville to be close with Mom and Zach, because, you know, Mom's health isn't always the greatest, but I ended up finding a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom trailer in Salisbury. It's a straight shot into Mom and Zach. It's 25 miles from my driveway to their door. So it's not bad. It's maybe a 35-40 minute drive with traffic. I go there, you know, I'm there at least once a week, once every 10 days. I take my laundry there because I don't have a washer or dryer. That's the next thing to get here. Having to start over with a lot of things. A lot of my stuff was left behind. You know, they had really 2.5 days to pack up my stuff because my son had to go with our friend up to Winston that Thursday night to fly out at like 3 o'clock Friday morning. So a lot of my clothes I lost. I don't know why he didn't pack my clothes. You know, our neighbor come over, Rebecca, you guys met her, some friends to help out, and they packed as much as they could. I do have my dad's hutch, his dinnerware, my grandmother's dinnerware, I don't have a lot of my grandmother's things. There was a family Bible that I would have loved to have, but our neighbor made sure that all my stuff from my makeup room was there. You know, a few things got left behind. I can rebuy it little by little. Not a big deal. So it's all about building my brand new life, free from the pain medication. I did bruise my rib muscles and ribs last month reaching into my mom's washer because it's so deep. And I was having a hard time breathing, was very painful, so I went to the hospital and they gave me some pain medication, but I haven't taken all of it. Just I take it as I need to help sleep. So I am off of all of that. I am looking to build a clean, healthy life. Get back into the things I enjoy. You know, back to YouTube, back to being with you guys, doing my diamond art kits, doing reading. I have to buy more acrylic paint to paint my ceramics, but I know when to buy them and when not to. Training this little new one. You know, she's already very smart, already knows a lot of things for me, and I'm very thankful for that. I think that is about it. If you guys have any questions about anything that I have said in this video, please feel free to leave it in the comment section below. I know addiction is a hard thing, and that's why it took me a while to say this, and I even questioned my family, and my mom's got a neighbor across the hall, Katie. I'm hoping to get her in on some videos. She's like a daughter I never had, and an upstairs neighbor, Colby. He's another son that I never had, and he finally got into NASCAR, so he's signed through the year with a friend of mine who has a truck and Xfinity team. And you know, things are just, they're going great. I still have some hard times, you know, emotionally, but I've got my girls, I've got my squad out here, and you know, if somebody is dealing with addiction, whether it's alcohol, whether it's drugs, prescription drugs, you might have any questions, let me know and I will try and answer them the best that I can. But I think I'm going to end this one here. I will do more Chit Chat Get Ready With Me's, you know, updating you guys on what's going on. Maybe once a month I'll do this with products from my shop, my stash, maybe twice a month. Who knows? First impressions, I want to do a lot of those. I got a lot planned for my channel, and I don't think I've been this excited about it in a hot minute. I'm being more consistent with you guys, and I haven't been for a while, you know, since I first started, and that's a huge thing for me. So until next time, guys, don't forget to subscribe. Please subscribe. I see my analytics every week, and I have more non-subscribed viewers than subscribed viewers, and if you subscribe, it helps me out dramatically. You guys have no clue how much that helps out. To my loyal subscribers, I love each and every one of you. You've been there for me through a lot of shit, and I'm so thankful for it. So until next time, bye guys, love you.